During the Middle Ages, River Kavasha used to flow here, and there is a hypothesis that the country-estate takes its name from the Russian words merchants and guests. In the 17th century, this territory was conquered by the Kingdom of Sweden. During the Great Northern War, the Russians succeeded to take it back. In 1721, Peter the Great granted a grange of Gostilitsy and an enormous residence to Burkhard Christoph von Munich, who chose the picturesque valley of Gostilka River to build his manor within it. The village appeared on the left bank of the river. Near the dam, a windmill was built. The manor itself was constructed on the right bank of the river. However, von Munich has not succeeded to finish the beautification of this place, as after Elizabeth of Russia had come to the throne, he fell into disfavor and was sent to Siberia. In 1743, Elizabeth granted Gostilitsy to her lover Alexei Razumovsky. Later, Elizabeth and her court were often visiting the manor to attend the festivities. In honor of her, fireworks were lit there and the royal hunt was organized as well. But the modest manor did not satisfy the recently minted nobleman's needs. In 1745, Razumovsky delegated the construction of his new residence to the architect Kvasov. An oblong square-angled building was erected along the bank of the river, making the front yard. Kvasov also created a church that was unconventional. In the 1780s, Gostilitsy were inherited by Razumovsky Jr. and later by his son, Peter Razumovsky. Peter created a formal garden in front of the building, where he located the ponds, planted plenty of trees and bushes, and trod the paths. A dam covered the riverbed so that the brooks going down the slope could fill the pond with water. This was done to breed the trout. The stairs to the pond were covered with stone. A new manor and supporting buildings were erected at the hill by the river. In 1825, Gostilitsy were sold to Count Alexander Potemkin. In 1840s, a new house was built here according to the English Gothic style. This house had a shape of a Roman Gothic castle thanks to the Roman architecture elements, the facade decoration, and especially the donjon tower. The romantic outer look coexisted with the rational inner planning. Not only the buildings were constructed within the Romanticism style, but also the parks, especially those in the river valley. The flower beds were designed into some compositions there, accompanied by the fountains, grottos, lovely bridges, and cozy benches overshadowed by the old trees. This all has created the dynamic outlook for this beautiful place in the northwest of Russia. After the revolution, the territory of a former manor was reorganized to host a state farm, so-called sovkhoz. In 1941, the German soldiers conquered this area to make a strong point here. The Soviet army has made several attempts to take the village back. After the war, the manor was facing the decay and desolation. By the end of the 20th century, only the ruins remained from the former prosperity. In recent years, both Russia and the world have been actively developing the projects aimed at preservation of cultural heritage. The volunteers from all over the world come to St. Petersburg in order to help with the restoration of the parks here. They collect the garbage, paint the benches, cut the grass, and clean the territory.
Hello, my name is Elena. I come from France and I'm in Gostilitsy, a little village in Russia. And this morning I have worked on a project with Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm from Holland. I'm also here for a voluntary project. We've been asked to develop some ideas for this estate. So let's see what we've found out, and we will make you a presentation. We call it projection and history. What we like to do is the following. You see here a drawing of the current estate, as you see it over there. What we like to do is restore the former grandeur of the building. So we want to make a projection of photos and pictures of how it once was, and then project those pictures on the current building. That is one part of what we like to do. The other part is make a film of the history of the building. You see some people here in the building that represents parts of the movie that we would like to make. That is the idea of the project.
Hello, my name is Sofia and I'm here to propose you the construction of a barbecue and picnic zone near the lake, which is a beautiful lake for playing and to be in summertime. So we've been thinking about building some barbecues out of bricks, and you can make your food here, and also there would be a place where you could buy the wood and the coal necessary to make the fire.
And it would be also nice to have a picnic table to eat the food at. So we propose this kind of structure where you have a roof and a table with 2 benches, and it's completely made out of wood, so it's not very expensive, and maybe some metal or plastic for the roofs. And it would be nice for every weather because it's waterproof.
So let's see the view, and it would be awesome to take profit of this beautiful landscape.
on this lake we would like to propose a winter activity and ice skating when the lake is frozen, and we could use this machine here to make the ice surface really smooth, where you put water in a plastic container and then you pull it across the ice and there's a thin sheet of very smooth ice left behind. And this machine is, I think, very cheap to construct, so it wouldn't cost a lot of money to make it.
And when the lake is frozen, people can come and ice skate on the frozen lake. And there is a skate rental booth. People without their own skate boots, they can rent here. And we also have kiosks here for hot drinks for people after ice skating.
And this tiny house would be a perfect place for both of them, the ice skating rental and the hot drink store. Thank you.
Here we have this stage, and we thought that behind the stage, in front of the palace, we could put up a canvas, and all this free space would be used for benches, for sitting, long chairs, lazy bags and stuff like that. And the projector would be behind the sitting space, and maybe if it is possible, something like a roof could be put up in case that it rains. And so on the sides would be something like heaters, and maybe, I don't know, some blankets or something like that could be, you know, if people get cold. And here in front of the cage could be something like a mat, you know, so that the children could sit on the floor, but if something underneath was like a waterproof material, so all of this grass and stuff should be cut. Yeah, so we have all of this free space, so even if there's not enough benches, people can come in and bring their own chairs, bring their own food, whatever. It would be, entrance would be free. And like donation box.
Donation box will be here.
Somewhere around here, so people can give whatever they can, and the money could be used to continue.
It's optional.
Yeah, to continue the improvement of the whole estate.
We propose there will be a summer work camp and festival at this site, and there will be a 3 weeks work camp. For the first week there will be renovation and preparation, and the second week will be the festival where all the Russians will be invited, and kids around the neighborhood and the people who will be helping.
The first thing we think is to make a part for a camping where locals can bring the tents and stay there paying a little amount. We think that it will be great to a place for food, and we put it here, that it's next to the church. Also in the lake we think that maybe some boat ride will be a great activity to do, and some chill out.
На берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой.
Расцветали яблони и груши, поплыли туманы над рекой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой. Выходила на берег Катюша.
Both St. Petersburg and Leningrad region host nearly 100 manors and country estates, some of them being of a worldwide value. The Russian house estate has always been linked to the names of the statesmen, commanders, scientists, architects, and artists. Unfortunately, our country's heritage is being seriously destroyed. A lot of historical sites need urgent measures to be conducted to save them from destruction. Non-governmental organization Mir Tesen focuses on the development of the volunteer movement aimed at preservation of historical sites surrounding St. Petersburg. Starting from 2006, Mir Tesen has been organizing various volunteer camps in such historical places as the following ones. The organizers suggest creating a volunteer campus in Gostilitsy in order to ensure the sustainable development of the project.